What it do, y'all? What is up? As y'all see, it's Commanders week. I'm wearing Commanders stuff in all my videos this week. So prepare to be sick of me, regardless if we win or not. We've had an amazing season. Fingers crossed, power of the tongue is real. We're going to win that game and we're going to get in that Super Bowl. But that's not what y'all here for. Y'all here for this. And I want to thank y'all for this. And y'all can thank yourself for this. Because I wasn't going to do this, but y'all ate up that Jela video that I did. And when I say y'all ate it up, y'all ate it up. And I appreciate y'all. I wasn't expecting it to get the amount of attention and traction that it did. But y'all gave me an idea to kind of turn it into a series. A lot of y'all wanted me to do more videos like that. And shout out to the Scarface show, who be in my comments. Shout out to you for giving me this recommendation for this first video. This is going to be the first video of the series. It's going to be my top Zeus fighters and who's my favorite, and I ranked them all in order. Some people gonna be upset, some people not. Some people gonna be like, why are they there? Why are they here? It's my opinion. It's my opinion from my knowledge. I've studied fighting. I've studied boxing in every facet of what that means. Watching, doing it. I've done it all. So I know what I know. I don't know everything, but I know a lot. And this is my knowledge. This is my list. If you agree, you agree. If you don't agree, that's cool. Just keep it respectful. But yeah, enough of that. We're going to get into this. So let's go. Please thumbs up the video. Y'all know what to do. Thumbs up the video. Let's try and get like 300 or 400 on this one. That would be good. Subscribe if you are new, because you're going to see more content like this coming through. And then stay tuned at the end, because I'm going to ask y'all for the next recommendation for the next video. So we're going to do that. Subscribe. Get in them comments, as I know y'all will. But yeah, let's go ahead and get on into it. All right, y'all. So as y'all see here, we have who is my heaviest hitter of Zeus. And we're doing a female edition. As you see, here are the ladies from my pool. We got, let me see if I can move myself. I can't move myself out the way. Jela is behind me. We got Bad Dolly. We got Chrisean. We got Seven, Isis, Tesehki, J.O., Ivori, Big Legs, Yodela, Scarface, E.T., Nunu, and Callie. These are, when I sat and thought about it, I literally sat and thought about it for a good minute last night. I went and looked through all the Zeus shows that I've seen that I can remember. And I looked at the cast pictures to pick out, okay, which one do I remember as being somebody that's a good fighter? These are the ones that came out of all the shows that I've watched. That's One More Chance, Baddies, Jocelyn's Cabaret. That's what I came down with. So these are the girls that are selected. We're going to do also, because what I'm going to do is rank them in order. My top 10 from 10th to, well, actually, it's actually in order from 13, because we got 13 ladies. But I got them all in order for and from who I see as the heaviest hitter, who's the more complete fighter, who's the best fighter in my opinion, who fights the best, is going to be at the top. And a lot of these people might shock you where they're placed, but I'm going to explain why they're placed there. It's going to be funny. That's why I'm laughing. I'm trying to find the words, but we're about to get into it. But these are the girls that you will be seeing placed. So what we're going to do first is start off with the honorable mention, because 3 of these ladies will not be in my top 10. My top 10 will start off as the heaviest of heavy hitters. So we're going to begin. We'll start off with number 13. This is a honorable mention. And we got Nunu. Nunu, Shamika Ford, she can fight. And when I say she can fight, she can handle herself. When it comes to actually throwing hands, she will do it. She got both hands. She's extremely fast. When she punches, you can tell she gets like this spurt of like energy when she fights. And that's what you need when you fight. You need to be able to have that energy to continue to do it. Now, if she's fighting somebody that doesn't have stamina, somebody that doesn't have angst and energy, she's going to tear them up because she moves so fast. And when she moves as fast as she does and hits as wild and as hard as she does, it's going to do some damage, as we saw with Dia last season on Baddies Caribbean. But yeah, Nunu, she is a very, very good fighter. She definitely had to be mentioned for me. She's not in my top 10, but she had to be mentioned because she does what she needs to do. Like, she, in that first round with Anna on the Baddies reunion, she was handling Anna. She had her in that couch. The second round was more so of a tie, but Anna, I'm giving that one to Anna because Anna definitely did better in that round. But Nunu is the better fighter if you ask me. Because Anna, when she swings wild. Nunu does too, but Nunu has more control and more accuracy. But that's where I rank Nunu. Nunu is number 13 for my honorable mention. There's 3 girls that are in my honorable mentions. And we're going to move to the next one. The next one is going to shock you guys, but it's Jela Mina. I know a lot of y'all like, what? No, yeah, she's number 12. I feel like Jela recently has bumped herself down this far for me. She might have been in my top 10 if we were ending it at Batty South. But Jela likes to fight with one hand, and that is her biggest crutch. And I haven't seen her fight with both hands too much recently to where I would even feel comfortable putting her any higher than this. Jela, and not only that too, the way she fights now, her punches she doesn't have a wide range of punches that she used to use. She used to throw an overhand. She used to throw a nice right jab. That's all she typically goes for now. And it's not even like a real jab. It's like one of them like wing jabs where it's like you just like winging it. Boom, boom. Like the way she was popping Dolly in that club scene that we're going to see later on in the season. It was more so like this instead of a real jab. So Jela, she dropped down here. Jela can handle herself in most cases. But when she fights somebody that actually fights with both hands, fights and uses different punching techniques, I'm nervous for her. I am. And if you don't already know, go watch the video that I posted last week about Jela in her reunion phase that she's going to have to run this season. But Jela, she's a fighter. She's going to get out there. People think that she's not as great of a fighter. She's not as heavy of a puncher. That all can be true, but this is where Jela lands for me. She's still beautiful. So that's where Jela lands. The next one is a sleeper, but she is my wife. Y'all know I love me some Neek, but 7 is the number 1. That's number 1 for me. She has forever been number 1. 7 is the best Bad Girls Club fighter on Zeus. Granted, she's only fought one time on Zeus, but 7 handles herself. And the reason why she's above Jela, she's done more damage in her past. And when I say in her past, when you look at her fights from back in the day before she even got on TV, she's had a couple girls leaking. She knows how to fight. She likes to throw that hand too, that right overhand. That's her number 1. She kind of hammer curls it too. But 7, she gets down. She gets down. She from Maryland. She dropped that gorgeous too. But 7 know how to fight. 7 knows how to fight. I just love how she fights. Like, she'll never let somebody get the upper hand on her. She will always swing first. And she's the one that takes over. She's the one in offense mode. And that's how you should be in most cases. You should never let somebody hit you first. And like I said, depending on who it is, you can let them come to you. Because sometimes if you're fighting somebody that fights with their head down, it's best to let them come to you because you're going to keep your head up. You see them coming at you with their head down. You can see everything that they're doing. And you can then take advantage and make that defense your offense because you see what they're doing. So if they're coming with their head down, all you got to do is keep your head up and see where their head is and then pop them straight in it. She's the type of fighter that would do that. But 7 is definitely right there at number 11 for me. She is the last one outside of the top 10 for me. We are now going to move into the top 10. Top 10, number 10, in 10th place is Bad Dolly. Bad Dolly, I know a lot of her fans is going to be like, why is she this low? Why is she this low? Because when it comes to the ones that are above her, I've seen more potential. And when I say potential, I've seen a lot more promise in their fighting techniques. Dolly is a one-note fighter from what I've seen. This is my opinion. Y'all gonna tell me if I'm wrong. But from what I've seen, she's a one-note fighter. When I say a one-note fighter, she's like that Roblox character. She punches with both hands, which I love, but she punches like sometimes you gotta be, and then sometimes she has her head down too. Like when you go watch that fight that she had with Paula a couple episodes ago, her head was down. You never should have your head down. You don't want to get hit in the face, but you need to be paying attention. You need to be ducking and weaving. You need to be moving and bobbing. And she likes to just get in there and just swing, which is good because if somebody like Jela who's fighting with one hand and you sitting there swinging with both, she gonna catch one of them. which is a positive. Dolly, she's a good fighter though. That's one thing I will say. She gets out there. She does swing. She has been effective. She has put people down in the chair. She's an offense fighter. She's never really on the defense from what I've seen. She's always the aggressor. And that's what you need to do when you fight. Dolly's beautiful too. So Dolly is my number 10. My number 9 is the girl who I used to be a fan of, but if you don't already know, I don't support coonery. She falls in that category. But the reason why I have Callie on here, I know people probably like, what? You got her above Jela? Yeah, I do. Because like I said in that Baddies, I think like I said all last season, truthfully, but in the Baddies Caribbean reunion where she tried to sneak Jela and completely missed and failed, she has potential. This is why she's this high. Because that fight that she had with Jelly Bean in Caribbean, she proved what she could be if she really fought like that at all times. Her head was up at all times. She was paying attention to her opponent. Where Jela was, she was scared of Jela. I dare somebody to get down there and say she's not. She's scared of Jela because when it came to them fighting heads up, it took her forever to run up. She was the one that really wanted the issue and really wanted to fight. She should have been done ran up. But it took her forever to run up. And when she did run up, she caught a hand, it busted her straight in her nose, and she didn't know how to react with it. Now, the reason why she's at number 9, though, is because the punches that she does throw, they can be deadly. Like that punch that she threw at Jela at the Baddies reunion that she missed, like I said in that recap, if she would have landed that shit, it would have knocked Jela out. She's got a lot of power behind her punches. She just has to land them. And that comes with accuracy. That comes with focus. That comes with attention to detail. She has that. She just has to implement it. She got to stop being scared. Like, she got everything that it takes to be a true heavy hitter. She just got to put it all together. She has a lot of potential, which is why she's at number 9. She's in my top 10 for that reason alone. She's definitely, if she got in the field and she got in the ring and actually worked on technique and form and being able to accurately throw a punch, she gonna be a problem. But yeah, Callie is at number 9 for me. We'll move to number 8. Number 8 is about to make some people mad, boy. I already know it is. Because they're going to swear she should have been in the top 5. But I'll explain why. Number 8 is Chrisean. Throw the tomatoes. Throw them. Come on. I know. And yeah, I used that good video. That good picture of her. Chrisean post the fame, post Blueface. Just look at her. She just looked beautiful. Like, she looked like her energy was positive. She looked refreshed. But enough of that. We're not talking about that. We're talking about her hands. Chrisean is very much like Jela is now. Likes to only use that one hand. She uses that right hand and that right hand only. That right hand is very effective, though. I will say that. It's very effective. She does punch hard. She does... she produces damage with people that she's fought. I can go down the list, but you already know the most recent one. Which one's the most recent one that she's produced damage? I think it was Low. With them knots all over her head. That's a hard hit. That's a hard fist. Chrisean just don't use that left hand. And I've never seen her use that left hand, so I don't feel comfortable putting her any higher. Because the ones that are up above her have used both hands, and I've seen them both use them effectively. A little bit more effectively than what I think she would have done. Chrisean is a very good fighter. She's taught by her own sister, Tesehki. As we all know, that one right there knows how to fight. We'll get to her later on. But Chrisean, I'm sure if she does use that left hand, she definitely would be higher up. But we ain't seen it, so she can't go no higher. But Chrisean is at number 8 for me. Number 7, in 7th place, is Etheria Ruffin. She is at number 7 for me. She's a little bit over Chrisean for me because, like I said, she likes to use both hands. She windmills a lot. But the reason why she's above Chrisean is because I've seen her throw more punches. And when I say more punches, different style punches. She likes the uppercut as well. She'll throw overhand. She'll like to windmill, but she's very effective with her uppercut. Go watch a couple of the fights mid-season of Baddies East, I think it was. She was up in Biggie's shit with that uppercut, just up in her shit. And then when they got to the reunion, when she was fighting everybody else but Tesehki, she was using that uppercut and she was effective with it. Like, she was tearing, what was that girl's name? Sapphire, she was tearing her up. Who else did she get? She got Biggie, I think, a couple times with that. she's very effective. Scarface, if she cleaned up her technique, she would be even better than what she is. She would. But that's all I really got to say about her. She handled herself well with Tesehki. I do believe she got her ass beat. Like, truly got her ass beat. But for her to have gotten her ass beat like that, she hung in there a lot longer than she should have. Which is a testament to the fighter that she is. But that's where she is at number 7. Number 6 might shock some of y'all. But I'm about to explain why. Number 6 is Yodela. Yodela from One More Chance, Aiko Daimani. I think that's how you say her name. She is at number 6 because I know a lot of y'all be like, well, she didn't really fight too much on Zeus. Yes. But if you go look at her YouTube channel, she has a video up where she did a mukbang. And she posts a lot of clips of her fights when she was in school. She fights. She fights. And she's good. I've been championing for her to be on baddies since Rolly got on baddies. Look at her. That's a baddie. That's a baddie. She fits baddies to a T. She is a boss woman. She's beautiful. She can fight, will fight if necessary. She, like what I just said about E.T., she uses both hands. She does. And she's effective. She's made people leak as well. In those clips, you can see it. I don't really have too much to say besides that. I know a lot of people might be like, what? No, she's comfortably at 6 for me. She's comfortably at 6. But now we are going to move into my top 5. As we know, the top 5 that we have left is, who is it? Isis. We got Tesehki. We got Ivori. We got Lex. And we got, who else am I missing? Is that everybody? I think it is. Lex, Isis, Tesehki, Ivori, and J.O. J.O. How did I forget J.O.? All right, here we go. 5th place is Isis. Isis from Jocelyn's Cabaret. The reason why she's here, she's very her technique, her form, her footwork. She uses both hands, but her footwork. The best fight that I've seen her have is enough to put her right here for me. And it's that fight that she had with Drea. I know a lot of people gonna be like, oh, well, she's fighting Drea. Drea can't fight. It don't have nothing to do with the opponent. Is that it has everything to do with how she handled that fight. And that fight that I'm talking about is when they was in the house down in front of the stairs. Watch how fast and accurate she was with her swinging, and watch her feet. The way she was able to get back into stance, step back, get back in the guard, throw that extra punch, and swing hard and fast with both. Isis is that, and we saw how she was fighting on the reunion with Oceans. We're gonna see it more next week, which I'm waiting to see because I saw her throw an uppercut. Isis is probably the sleeper of the bunch. I know a lot of people probably gonna be like, "Why is she this high?" Trust me, watch next week. Just watch next week. But we'll move into 4th place. 4th place is Ivori. Big Ivori is in 4th place. She is a fighter. She's a heavy hitter. She's a puncher. She's a puncher. When you want to say a puncher in technique and form, if you want to put them in those 3 categories, she falls in the puncher category. If you want to see somebody hit hard, she's your girl. She's your girl. Her favorite hand is her right hand. But when she throws with that left, it's effective too. Jela got to feel it in that round in the yard on, I think it was episode 3 or 4. When she got stuck up with security and Jela was kind of like grabbing her too where she couldn't use that right hand, she quickly brought that left one out and was winging it and just clocking Jela in her forehead. That's somebody that knows how to fight. I'm not, when it comes to a lot of girls on Zeus period, when it comes to fighting her, I'm not too worried. There's just a couple people that I see posing a bigger threat for Ivori than she would them, and that's why they're higher than her. We'll now move to number 3. Number 3 is J.O. J.O., I'm so mad that we rarely got to see her. I feel like she would be a true match. I don't want to say a true match, but she would be the closest match for Tesehki for me. And it's crazy because I got her at number 3. But if you want to ask me anybody on Zeus that I truly believe would be a good matchup with Tesehki when it comes to throwing them hands, is J.O. Strictly, I would say strictly off of what we've seen, but strictly off of the video that she posted a couple weeks ago. I think it might have been last week, actually, where she was actually in the ring boxing. Her form, that's what I'm talking about, form, because we all know Tesehki is a skilled fighter. It's form for me. When I see enough technique, when I see enough variations of combos, variations of punches that are being thrown in a certain instance in about 30 seconds from a Zeus fighter, a street fighting show, you get right here. And I've seen that from Jo in that boxing round. And then just seeing how she fights when she was fighting Meatball on the beach. The way she was all up in her shoulders was coming straight through them punches. Her form, her technique, her feet. And she's fast too. It's like what I said about Nunu. You could tell when she fights, she gets just a jolt of energy. And she just be going hard. And Biggie felt it. Biggie felt it when she laid her out at the reunion. She didn't lay her out, but on her feet she did. But Jo, she's a heavy hitter. She is heavy. She's easily in my top 3. I would love to see her on a future season just to see her personality even more, but really to see if somebody want to try her, because I know them hands is handsing. But we're going to move into our top 2. This should not come to this top 2 shouldn't be a shock to y'all if y'all have watched me recently. But number 2 is Big Lex. Lex is definitely number 2. I said it 2 weeks ago after she fought Ivori in Chicago. She got him. She's got a little bit of errors in her fighting. Like I said, she likes to fight back. And that's her problem when I say fight back. She likes to sometimes punch back. And when I say punch back, she's stepping back instead of really stepping through them punches, which is what could get her off balance, which she sometimes does get caught off balance. Because when she fights Ivori a lot, Ivori likes to brush forward while she's punching, which that's a lot of weight coming forward. And when you're already punching back and your weight transfer is not completely on the foot that you're trying to use your right hand with, or in her instance, she's a left-hand puncher. I feel like she's more strong and more dominant with her left hand. So if she's throwing it with that left and she's off of her right foot or she's off of her left foot, if that other foot is backwards and she's trying to punch forward, how am I trying to say this? If she's punching forward, let me just think about it my way. If I'm throwing this right, and my right will be my dominant leg. So I'm coming through that. All my power is coming through my right leg. When I'm throwing that right over my shoulder, it's also coming over my leg. So if my leg is pushed back, if I'm more so leaning back and my leg is not, I'm not more so in my leg than I am off of it, if somebody's charging at me, I'm going to be off balance, and that's going to give you an opportunity to get the advantage over me, and that's what she does sometimes. If she fixes that and then realizes her reach too, she got long arms. She can't let people get too into her, because when they're closer in, that limits her range. She's got long arms, so she then has to bring them back in here and hit in like this instead of hitting out super far. So Lex just got to clean that up, but she's still head and shoulders above everybody else for me. Everybody else that I've already talked about, she's better than them, and that's just what it is. But no shock to y'all, the winner, the heaviest hitter. Like, do we even need to talk anything else? Like, easy. You want to talk about the cleanest fighter on Zeus? She's the cleanest fighter on Zeus, period, male or female. Jonathan is definitely strong, but she's the best fighter on Zeus, easily. She is about as skilled as you're gonna get as a street fighter. She said that she don't box and hasn't trained boxing, but regardless, she knows what to do. If she got in, like I say all the time, I wish she would get off the show. And if she wanted to fight just to go get some money, go get in the ring. Go get a trainer. She probably would start off in the amateur division, even though she could eventually get to pro, because pro level is a different beast. But she probably wants to get some more wins in the amateur division first, then get up to pro, and fight some girls like Clarissa Shields, even though Clarissa Shields, I don't think they're probably in the same weight class. Tesehki looks like she might be a good 150. And I think Clarissa Shields is fighting in 160 right now. So, but Clarissa Shields, she's a different beast. Like, that's not somebody I can see Tesehki beating right now, but with a lot more training, she could eventually stand a chance, because Tesehki is a heavy puncher. She's smart. She knows how to adjust, and that's why she's number 1. She adjusts to the fighter. When you watch all of Tesehki's fights that she's had on Zeus, you're never going to see the same tactic that she uses in different fights. Like, she always switches it up. With Marsh, she was just letting her, she was giving Marsh the opportunity to hit her, because she already knew that she was going to be able to tear Marsh up. So she was playing defense at first, which she allowed Marsh to come into her den and then got to working her. That was just her just playing defense and just letting her opponent try to get a shot off on her and pretty much bringing her in like a tiger or whatever so she could tear him up. Whereas with E.T., she swung first to kind of wake her up. When you throw that feint, you're trying to see, okay, let me see whenever you react. So she saw E.T. reacting, and E.T. got to windmilling. And what did Tesehki do? She backed up, and you can see her looking at E.T. as she's backing up. She's backing up. She's looking at her as she's just swinging. Tesehki's looking at her and saying, okay, well, this right is coming at this time. Let me hit her with a left. And she adjusted. And you see the other different rounds, too. You see how she adjusted in those rounds. Same with Diamond when she fought Diamond. You just see different tactics, and that's just a smarter fighter. She's easily the heaviest puncher on Zeus for me. That is the winner for me. That's my number one, the heaviest hitting woman on Zeus. That's not a shock to anybody, but that is my list of heavy hitters for Zeus, y'all. And I truly, truly enjoy doing this. I was trying to find my words. I'm tired. But y'all let me know what y'all think down below. Let me know y'all's opinions. Y'all can rank the girls yourself. If you don't agree with me, that's fine. But drop y'all's thoughts down below. I want to hear y'all's rankings in regards to all 13 of the women here. Tell me how y'all would rank them. Also, drop in the comments down below. Let me know what y'all's next video should be. What y'all's next recommendation should be for me with the videos. Because I know y'all want me to kind of do like what I did with Jela with a couple of the other girls. I want to do with the ones that are good fighters. The ones that can't fight, there's no purpose in me really doing that. But I've seen a lot of Dolly. People want to see me do Dolly, so y'all let me know if that's the one that I should do next. But if y'all don't want that one next, y'all tell me which one y'all want me to do next. And then you also give me some more ideas, like what other things would y'all like me to do in regards to this type of content. But if you have not already, please thumbs up the video. Please drop a comment down below. Please subscribe if you are new. We are on the road to 10K, and I will see y'all tomorrow for traders. But I'll see y'all on Sunday for baddies and Jocelyn's Cabaret. Peace.